You can listen to the president himself, who was interviewed after he left office, not by us, but by the private Nixon Foundation. He talks about dirty tricks.
This sort of thing happens in campaigns. I don't particularly like it, particularly when it happens to me, and I don't like to see that be interjected in what should be particularly a high-level presidential campaign. But it's going to happen because people are human.
Here you get a sense of the extent to which the White House was involved in illegal campaign activities, the fact that the Hunt and Liddy Cuban emigre team that first makes its appearance on this timeline wall in 1971 has reappeared in the story of these illegal activities. Well, that sets you up for the break-in and the consequences of the break-in, because the Hunt and Liddy team get a $250,000 budget to engage in surreptitious entry and legal bugging and dirty tricks for the '72 campaign. And they break into the Watergate. The Watergate is where the Democratic National Committee was. They break in once, they successfully break in. They put in a couple of listening devices, but the take isn't very good. And so they decide to break in again on the night of June 17th, 16th, 17th, 1972. They're captured early in the morning of June 17th. Now that you've sort of have a sense of who Hunt is, who the Cubans are, what Liddy's up to, and the extent to which the White House, not just the president, but those around him, are linked, you get a sense then of how terrifying for the White House the failed break-in would be when these Cubans are captured. And the question is, will the FBI and the U.S. Attorney be able to make the connection between that group and Hunt and Liddy? And of course, if they make the link to Hunt and Liddy, can they make the link back to the committee to re-elect the president? And if they make the link to the committee to re-elect the president, can they actually link Hunt and Liddy back to the operations of the plumbers unit, including the illegal break-in at Dr. Fielding's office? And can they link Hunt to the operations that the president ordered Chuck Colson to undertake, and Colson used Hunt for some of them? That's the challenge for the White House, and that's why, as we lay out for you here, that's why the White House undertakes an extensive cover-up. Indeed, we quote from President Nixon's memoirs, where he writes, "If the CIA could deflect the FBI from Hunt, they would thereby protect us from the only White House vulnerability involving Watergate that I was worried about exposing, not the break-in, but the political activities Hunt had undertaken for Colson." Well, this timeline lays out for you what the president meant and the vulnerability that existed for him as a result of the failed second break-in of the Watergate facility.